good day, guys. This is going to have to be a part 2 because, as you guys know, I'm pretty challenged with my taping and video. But this is the person that I took dirt from months and months and months ago, and I believe that probably was his sister. I can see the small offering that I brought is long since gone, of course. But he was 24 years old when he passed, and he passed as a soldier of war. And thankfully, in the interim, someone has come and brought him some flowers, and that's just so great. But and I probably neglected to mention, because, excuse the shaking, but I'm opening up his bourbon. But you should, of course, have your hat on, and when you do harvest, you state why you were here. And I told him exactly the spell I was working on and how I needed his assistance. And I stood at the foot, and where you want to harvest your graveyard dirt is from the head, right down there, from the head of the grave. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave him a little bit of Rebel Yell. I might take a little bit of it. Yep, that tastes pretty darn good. But I'm going to leave a little bit of it here. I'm going to open it, of course. Oh, yep, can't see, sorry guys. But I'm trying to do this one-handed. But I've opened it, and I'm going to basically leave it here for him. And thank him. Thank you so much for making what I did for someone else successful. I appreciate everything that you did for all of us and everyone, and you still continue to serve us. I hope you are resting in peace, and I thank you so much for everything that you've done. And I'm going to come back, and again I'm going to leave some money just as a way of saying thank you. He was a captain, and he died as a prisoner of war. He died in 1865. And so my next video will be a part 3, and I'm trying to what you want to do is when you're moving about, whether you come back to say thank you, you know, just kind of open your mind. And because some spirits are more willing to work with you than others, and you know, what you need to do is have your intention set in your mind of what spell that you're actually going to be using. If you want something like for protection, if you want some graveyard dirt for protection, for an amulet, you might want to think of going to a family member's grave. You could do that. But what you want to do is have your intention in your brain, and you know, look out over, and someone might very well be speaking to you, and you know, you might just pick up on something and go, you know, hey, over there, I want to go over there. But think about the spell, and you know what, that's where I'm going, right there. If you're coming for like workings for like a love spell, not all graveyard dirt is done for baneful and, you know, deathly work. It's you know, if you're doing a love spell, you know, find a married couple, or unfortunately a young child's grave. Very often I find that they're helpful to work with. Or in this case, this person that I gathered And again, this is not something I'm incredibly proud of, but this was done for a breakup spell for someone that he was, in essence, a prisoner in a false marriage. And so I was drawn to this one, and by golly, as it turns out, he died as a prisoner of war. And I thought, well, who else but someone who died as a prisoner could sympathize with someone else who is a prisoner? So, as it, you know, again, your intention means an absolute lot. So I was led here. So obviously, and it worked very, very well. But I've already seen where I want to go, and that's where I'm going to go. So with that, I will say Merry Part, and I will see you guys in just a few minutes. Bye, guys.